The 7-Day Silence Lab Test That Changed My Brain Part 1. It started with an online post. Volunteers needed for a sensory isolation study. $5,000 for 7 days. All meals and lodging included. I was broke, between jobs, and just desperate enough to think it sounded like a vacation. No phone, no responsibilities, just silence. I thought I'd spend the week meditating or catching up on sleep. I couldn't have been more wrong. The facility looked like a repurposed office building, gray, sterile, silent. The woman who checked me in was polite but distant. She handed me a contract with thick blocks of legal text and asked me to initial the parts about hallucinations, psychological stress, and limited communication. I laughed nervously and signed without reading much more. My room was soundproofed, not quiet, silent. No hums, no echoes, not even the sound of my own breathing once the heavy door shut. The lights were always dim, the temperature perfectly neutral. They called it a controlled sensory environment. There was no clock, no windows, just soft walls, a bed, and a hatch that opened twice a day with food trays. A camera in the corner watched everything. I was told I could leave at any time, but if I quit early, I wouldn't get paid. The first 2 days were fine. Boring, sure, but tolerable. I counted steps back and forth across the room. I did push-ups. I made up songs in my head. I tried to sleep as much as possible, but by day 3, things shifted. I started hearing things, not noises, words.
Enjoying the story so far. A like and a follow helps more than you think, and part 2 is just around the corner.
At first, it was just my name, faint and fleeting, like someone whispering behind a wall. Then I heard my mom's voice, clear as day, calling me from a distance I couldn't place. I pressed my hands to my ears, but the voice was inside my head. By day 4, I wasn't sure what was real anymore. I saw shadows moving across the walls. Not like hallucinations, exactly more like memories that had come alive and were pacing just out of reach. When I closed my eyes, I saw faces. Not people I knew, strangers, staring at me, blinking slowly like they were waiting for me to say something. I told myself it was just my brain reacting to the isolation. But then the camera light blinked off, and I realized someone or something had turned it off from the outside.
If this story pulled you in, give it a like and hit follow. Part 2 is on the way, and it gets even deeper.